I'm Tina. I am a person in long-term recovery. I celebrate freedom from alcohol since December 1st of 2018, and this is my story. So when I first realized that I was struggling with alcohol, I don't think I necessarily knew I had a problem. I knew that I was starting to have effects that were like getting in the way of just doing day-to-day life. I thought I could just do it on my own. I didn't really think that alcohol was a problem for me. I thought that it was something that I could just stop, I could manage, I could cut down, so to speak. Unfortunately, what that looked like for me is it caused me to get extremely sick. I also was in the process of basically killing myself slowly. Still didn't realize I had a problem. It took me getting my third DUI, being court-ordered into a program called Problem Solving Court, where I thought again, I don't need this program, I can do it on my own. And unfortunately, or shall I say fortunately, I got court-ordered to jail to wait for a bed to open up at treatment. So again, don't think I have a problem. If I'm gonna have to be here, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna make my way through. And I just remember like an aha moment. I came across a quote that was by Brene Brown, and it said, "Owning our story and loving ourselves through the process is the bravest thing that we'll ever do." And I thought, that's me. Because up till then, I was out of treatment. I was getting back into the community. Up until then, prior to treatment, I was always a very highly functional alcoholic, worked in the hospitality industry, ran, multi-million-dollar restaurants. Like, it was nothing. It was very difficult for me because I lived and worked in this whole environment where alcohol was just very socially accepted. So when I saw that quote, it just really hit home for me. I was supposed to be this person who had it all together. So, it's like you never let them see what you're hurting on the inside. You're supposed to always have it together no matter what. But once I came across that quote and I started owning my story, things really started changing. I received all the education I learned in treatment, but continued education really played a huge part in like my path to recovery. And in that moment where I saw all of those things coming together was truly for me where my journey began. So if I had one thing to say to somebody who is still like sick and suffering is we do recover. Everybody's story looks different. When you know, you know. And when you're ready, you're ready. To the person who loves someone who suffers with addiction, my heart goes out to you. I've been on both ends, and it's tough. And one of the hardest things you'll ever do is love a person who suffers from the disease of addiction. And I strongly say disease of addiction because it is that. Educate yourself. There is so much power in the education for a person who does not understand the disease of addiction and loves someone who is suffering. And there's so much help and there's so many resources out there. Struggling with an addiction is not a choice like everybody thinks it is. It's very stigmatized. It is no different than suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer. And once you can wrap your mind around that and truly educate yourself and no longer be ignorant, you'll be able to support the person that you love.